Okay, so let's talk about the Latin stars Marjorie de Sousa and Julian Hill. Before we get started though, please hit that subscribe button below this video for the world according to me. I'm trying to get my subscriber rate up to 1,000 subscribers by February 20th, so please hit that subscribe button below to keep this channel flowing. Thank you. These two are Latin American stars. They are not from Mexico. I believe one is from Venezuela and the other one from Argentina, if I'm not mistaken. But they both coincided in their work relationship or work-related whatever in Mexico. They both worked on a similar project, and they've both worked in Mexico on different projects for a few years now. Initially, they both, I believe, started their career in the United States with the Hispanic networks, whether it was Univision or Telemundo, I'm not sure. I just know that from what I remember, they started in the United States. They had a relationship while they were living in the United States in Miami, and that was a long time ago. And I remember it ended really, really bad. I mean, they were both flying accusations left and right and so forth. So it came to a huge surprise for me that they reignited their relationship a couple of years ago. And last year, they had a son who was born January 27th. And basically, they've been in a custody battle with the little boy. Apparently, there has been a lot of arguments, and there was a comment that Julian Hill made about, there being 3 in the jungle and not just 2. And everybody else, obviously the machista media that exists in Mexico especially, took that as, oh my God, Marjorie cheated on him. No, honey. The cheating began by the other part, the man, of course, Julian Hill. He, unfortunately, is backed up by the biggest television network in Mexico, which is Televisa. And she was let go, obviously. It's a machismo society, and of course, the television network works like the majority of the Mexican companies, and Latin American companies for that matter. So they let her go. The scandal broke out that there were, flying accusations left and right. And obviously the network was only looking out for itself. Said, this fight between you two is ruining our image and we gotta let you go. So they let her go and not him. He had a warning though, because he was also flying accusations left and right. And they kind of mellowed him out. Apparently, they're reaching an accord. She now works in the United States. She works for the Telemundo network, which is owned by NBC Comcast. And she has to fly every weekend to Mexico to see her son. That's because Julian Hill does not allow her to take her son with her to the United States. Really, despite the arguments, despite the fight that they've been having, and the fact that he asked for a DNA test to prove that it was his son, he still had the freaking ass galls to deny her son the ability for him, the baby, to fly to the United States to be with his mom. What kind of fucking asshole, fucking individual does that? And yet he's playing the victim card, obviously backed by the biggest television network in Mexico, which is Televisa. So I guess the biggest villain here is Televisa, because they got their powerful media machine to ruin her reputation and slam her for being what they wanted everyone to believe or portray her image as a slut. She slept with this guy and blah, blah, blah. Now, she's not a red apple and he ain't either. And by what I mean by a red apple means they're not both innocent. They've had their relationships and what have you. But when Marjorie and Julian were together, she was faithful to him. Now, Julian Hill wasn't, and this is why the whole freaking shit just broke out. Now, the lawyers are also to blame. Obviously, divorce lawyers, all they're looking for is their own interests and their own freaking money. There has been a lot of back and forth, a lot, via the lawyers themselves. Now, Marjorie went on television, and she said, on television, on Telemundo, her network, and publicly sent a message to her ex, Julian Hill, and said, you know what? All I want is peace. I'm not going to ask you for any money for my baby. I'm going to raise my baby on my own. But let's get this agreement on the cards, on the deck. Let's get it written. Let's get it signed. Let's get a deal. I want my baby with me. I don't want your money. I just want my baby. So this asshole, Julian, her ex, comes out on television, and instead of being sympathetic, because she let her heart out, I mean, she wore her heart in her sleeves. And I think as of the entire last year, she wore her heart in her sleeve. She was attacked viciously by the media, the Latin American media, especially in Mexico. Obviously backed by the powerhouse of Televisa, right? To ruin her rep and save their little boy, Julian, his reputation, because he is a star in their network, television, telenovelas, and so forth. He had the gall to say this could have been solved a long time ago. He basically blamed it on her and her lawyer. He tried to play it off like this is her lawyer's fault, and it's not just her lawyer, it's his lawyer as well. So they both rallied up, both of them, personally and their lawyers, rallied up the bases, right? So, and he rallied it up even more because he's an asshole. Knowing that his ass was the one that cheated, knowing that his ass was the one that was unfaithful, and knowing that his ass has been saved by the television network that represents him, which is Televisa. And yet he had the gall to just blame it on her lawyer and herself, mainly her lawyer, without fucking checking out that his fucking lawyer had the same freaking issue. So hopefully the accord is signed. Their baby boy, which his name is Matias, his birthday is on Saturday, January 27th. He will be 1 year old. So hopefully there is some type of reconciliation as parents, obviously not as a love life. I think he is an asshole and a jerk, and he will always be. So, and obviously he has the big powerhouse Televisa backing his ass. So obviously, you know, it's a machismo society in Mexico, so they're backing him and fucking slandered her. So obviously, again, she's not an innocent pigeon, but she was faithful to him, and his ass was the one that failed. That is it for today, you guys. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button below, because I need 1,000 subscribers. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.